Hello, welcome back to the Check Engine Lights Anonymous podcast. And today we're here with myself, Oliver Anthony, and here Lee Taylor, who is also with me. And we're going to do a bit of chatting about cars today.
Is it Anthony and not Anthony?
Anthony, yeah. I get that a lot. Both is fine. I don't really care. But yeah.
Learn something new every day.
There you go. Random name.
We've had a big day, actually. We've had a week of 4 different cars we've been filming in Melbourne. You've come down to join us here.
It's been a long week. I'm down in the icy tundra, otherwise known as Melbourne.
Yeah, it's been actually we've done pretty well for weather until today. We wrapped up our last 2 cars today, and it was just typical Melbourne winter weather, but wet and rainy.
I think we've been super lucky. So this week, really, it's been a long week. It's been a really fun week, and yeah, I guess we can start with a couple of thank yous to BMW, Mini, and Hyundai.
Yep.
And Alex, who's behind who we didn't introduce as well, who is on the numbers and buttons behind the scenes, if you like.
Making us look good, making the cars look good, taking good shots, putting up with our crap.
Yes.
Constantly.
Yeah, and it's been a learning process for me to see how he approaches it, and just little things like how he operates and uses the camera. Because a lot that goes into this, a lot that goes into what we do, and yeah, we're starting to get a few more views from people now, which is great, and shows that people obviously like something that we're doing, which is pretty crazy.
Doing something right somehow.
Yeah, that's it. So, but we'll just jump straight into the podcast. But other than obviously what we've been doing this week, have you had much else been going on? What's been happening?
Been flat out. I think filming, getting the cars ready was the main thing. But then, this is one of my favorite weekends of the year for motorsports because it's Le Mans.
Oh, yes.
Le Mans is on right now.
Yeah.
And I've been meaning to check the standings before we logged on. But I reckon I want to see who's winning. Because last time I saw, Mercedes was in the lead.
We had, obviously, last weekend, Mercedes was in the lead there as well. Mr. Kimi Antonelli won the Monaco Grand Prix. And that was a fun race to watch. And what's the verdict? Not Mercedes?
Well, I must have been looking at the wrong thing because we got 6 more hours before it starts.
Yeah,
nailed it. It's been a long day.
It's been a bit like that. It's been a bit like that. This is going to be probably what the ADHD podcast probably is.
Today for sure. This is going to be the Cardi HD. Like that should have called it Cardi HD. That would have been good.
Yes. But yeah, it's been like first week for me in Melbourne. It's been really interesting.
It's your first time in Melbourne.
It really reminds me of the UK.
In a good way?
In a way, in the same way. Let's put it away. There's a reason I'm in Australia, and it's not because the UK is my favorite place. It'll always be home, obviously, but it's very similar. It's very similar, and I don't think for me personally, I moved halfway around the world to be in a place that's very similar.
That's fair
to where I'm from. So Brisbane tropics take me back. That's it. But it's been fantastic. It's been a good week. So
we had some really cool cars, and Melbourne's pretty close to a lot of different places. It allows us to film some really cool shots, and we're looking forward to sharing that with everyone. And one of the really interesting places we went up is up in the Dandenong Ranges, and we took the new Mini Aceman JCW and the X2 M35i and the Hyundai Ioniq 9 as the crew car up there. And I think it's safe to say that we were all a bit surprised by where we thought the cars were going to land as far as having 4 cars at once. And when that happens, it means we get to compare them on the go.
Back to back.
We don't have to wait and think about, we drove that car.
What was this?
2 weeks ago. What was that like? We actually get to rotate through them pretty quickly. And I don't think any of us realized which one we thought was going to come out on top.
No.
Or the one that we all were going to fight over to take home.
No, well, I remember you said to me, you basically assumed you thought I was going to fight you for the i30, and it turned out, well, it was the Mini that stole the show, wasn't it? And that's going to be on our, we'll talk about that in a bit more in a second, but yeah, what would be your one, now that we've filmed everything, what car do you think you would take home if you could only take one?
And have my Fiesta at home? But Mini. It would be between the Mini and the Ioniq 9.
Yeah, and they're so different. That's the thing.
Wildly different.
There's just been some really good cars this week, and I'm happy to say I don't like something. I'm the first one to be. I don't like this. I don't like that. But Ioniq 9, unbelievable car. Will do anything. It's a bit big, and there's some things that will come out in the review that we didn't like so much. But overall package, what a
I think
shocking.
it's the first time we've had. I know for me, I've done this a couple of years. That first time that I've been in a group of cars and gone, the EVs were the leaders, and then modern EVs are never bad. I mean, there's some that are better than others, but for like drivers, those of us who are quite enthusiast on the enthusiast scale, they're not high on the list usually. It usually has to be a very special EV. It's got to be like a Taycan or an Ioniq N, or something like that to really get the wheels turning, if you will. But we had two cars that were not like high on the EV most wanted list.
Yeah, they're one-trick ponies, aren't they? Really, EVs. They go really they go really fast. By and large, they go on really fast in a straight line. Cool. They're heavy. They don't handle as well as whatever else, except for some of the exceptions, like you said, the Taycan and the Ioniq 5. But yeah, now we've definitely got the Mini to add to that list.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's going to be really exciting. I want one. I really want one. So you're if you had to only have one, you can't take. So you've already got your ST Fiesta and Mini or Ioniq 9.
I think it'd be hard to pick between the two of them for very different reasons. I think I've always had the idea that my daily driver at this point should be an EV if I go daily driver brand new again. And because the experience factor, I want a car that I'll enjoy driving and has the experience, and Mini wins across the board on that. I mean, that the Aceman JCW is everything you expect from Mini.
And more.
Like there's so much more in that car, and a good price for what it is. The Ioniq is just a very different car. It's a big SUV, and so it offers a lot of practicality, a lot of comfort, a lot of livability. But because it's so big, it's like if I was living in the city tight, I don't know, I'd probably still go with Mini. But for what we used it for, I mean, it ended up being the crew car for most of the week.
Yeah, and to a point, we hit it in the review. We were comparing the M3 Touring and the Ioniq 9 even talking about those two things in the same sentence is absolutely crazy.
Wild, yeah.
But nuts.
When we dream of crew cars, I've always thought the perfect crew car would be an M3 Touring in competition trim, aventurine red, cognac interior, because I'm that guy.
Not that you thought about it at all. But
not at all. I haven't obsessed on been on the BMW configurator for hours at a time for any reason. But that was like the epitome of a crew car to me. Fast wagon. If you can keep up with all the other performance cars in a real world scenario, even on a racetrack, that car would be fine. I think that's probably the only place the Ioniq 9 would struggle as a crew car, because with all of us in it, with all of our gear in it, it hustled up the mountain roads behind two very quick performance cars. It kept up in a straight line with both of them easily, and it held all of our gear. It was charging stuff the entire time with a big old battery. We could sit back there and get a massage and the seats and just sleep. I mean, you were almost out cold at one point.
Oh, they're so good. The seats are so good. So good.
It was very, very impressive. And it's just the size factor. It's just a bit big. That's the only thing.
It's a bit of a mum wagon, isn't it? Ultimately that's what it like. That's who's going to buy it.
I have a term for fast wagons. It is called a daddy wagon, because daddy goes to pick up the kids from school, and he rocks up in like a E63 AMG or a M3 Touring, or back in the day it would have been an RS4 Avant with
B7,
B7, yeah. And that is like, that's a daddy wagon. It's like, oh, he's got kids, but also daddy. Like, that is how that works for me. And I would put the Ioniq 9 in a very strange way straight into the daddy wagon category. It's faster in a straight line than any of the other cars we had this week.
Yeah. Yeah, we did speak about that, didn't we? It just hasn't got that kudos of that prestige brand.
No.
But I agree. It goes quick and it's cool, and you don't have to forgo that as You don't have to slice off your penis like you would if you were driving a Mercedes Vito or something. You lose all your cool dad points and everything.
Yeah, you're rocking up to the school run in a Mercedes Vito Sprinter is not gonna get anyone excited.
Your son or daughter is going to want to meet you down the road and not pick you up at the school gates. Whereas I think that thing, it's fine. It
looks good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, so that's it. Anyway, so yeah, we'll hear more about the Ioniq 9, I'm sure, in the review that will either be out now or in the weeks to come because we're filming this.
Yeah,
this
the
week.
9 should be coming out. Yeah, should be out.
I mean, Lee, you'll be most likely editing that, but
I'll have less hair by the time we get to the next podcast, I reckon.
So there's that. And yeah, so I mean, look, the main thing we want to talk about today is that mini Aceman. And basically it's an EV conversion therapy.
It is 100%.
We went into it this week. You even said, "Oh, you're going to want the i30N." If we had the BMW, the Mini longer, I would want that car. That's the one I'd want to be in. It was fantastic because it makes the EV interesting, and that was kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Was it fast? Fast isn't enough for an EV anymore. No. Just it, like we spoke about a minute ago, just being fast in a straight line. They all do that. Or a lot of them do that fast in a straight line, unless it's a BYD Atto one.
That's a shopping trolley. We've talked about this.
that is. So brands now are going to have to look to how they can differentiate, and they can't use things like the engine and sound and whatnot too. Yeah. So how do they do that? I think the Mini really answers
Nailed it.
And it is through things like noise, but it gets away with it because it's fun and cool. It's brilliant. I said this in the review, you have to go and drive one of those cars. If you're looking at anything in the 70 grand range that's fun and small, go and look at it.
Agreed. I think that they nailed it on the head because Mini's an experience anyway. Like, you don't go buy a Mini because it's the fastest thing on the block. You don't go buy a Mini because it's the biggest thing on the block. You don't go buy a Mini because it's, it's what everyone else has. It's a unique choice of a car, and typically, if you're going to purchase a Mini, it's going to be probably an emotional choice or like a style choice, even because they're quite good looking. But the Aceman, I think for both of us, we were going in going, okay, this is the EV platform. Yes, it's the JCW, so you want it to be fun. It needs to have the JCW cred, but it's going to be an EV. What can they actually do about it? And all of us walked away going, that was fantastic. Because they took that formula and wove it into every part of that car, down to the tech they used, down to how the car responded when you put your foot down. It would light up the front wheels because of all that torque, but also the front end was so darty and agile. It didn't feel heavy as a car, and it wasn't really heavy. It was 1,700 kilos, which is heavy for a car of that class, but it's not heavy for an EV. Where you look at the Ioniq 9, which is literally 1,000 pounds heavier. 1,000 kilos heavier. Sorry, it's a ton heavier.
2.2 thousand pounds heavier. Yeah. And it creases the road as you drive down it.
The ripple, the tsunami arrives before you do. Well, the Ioniq, the i30N, there's a 1,200 kilogram difference between those two cars. So that means there's only a 200 kilograms difference between the 30N and the Mini, which are of similar size. And the weight is obviously in the i30's favor. It's lighter. But the Mini actually felt light in the hands. It was nimble. We had it up in the mountain roads, and it held its own. It was a bit sketchy a couple of times because it was slick, and we just had to be careful in general. But the car felt like a Mini in every moment,
and it encapsulated what a Mini was. We've both had them before, and that's the thing. From the looks, it looks cool. I remember people used to come up to me all the time. Oh, I love your car. And I've had 100,000 pound cars, and people just look at you and don't care. But then when it's the Mini, they go, "Oh, yeah, I really like that. Thanks very, thanks very much." And that's what you get from a Mini, and they've encapsulated that with the new one, and then how they've added the EV-ness to it, and then but kept the Mini-ness as well. They've done such a good job. So that kind of leads me to one question though, which is, if you wake up tomorrow and every car sold is electric, what one feature would manufacturers need to add to make driving exciting again?
I think it's that engagement factor, right? So it's like you look at we use the Ioniq 5N as a point of reference. They've gone kind of the complete other way with their fun EV. It's got wild motor vectoring. It's got fake engine noise, fake transmissions, and it's really cool and really fun, and it is engaging. That's one way to do it. But then you look at Mini, who has taken the brand experience route, where its laurels were its chassis. It handled a certain way. It was light on its feet, darty front end, fun car, and then the tech inside actually changed how the car felt, how the lights looked, how the gauge cluster looked, how everything you interacted with as a driver looked, in order to make the experience fresh each time. And I think that's what we need to make an EV interesting and exciting, because I think you put it well in one of several reviews, probably, sometimes they're just washing machines. It's another electric motor stuck to something that spins, and it might make a really fun jingle and annoy you at 3 a.m. with your towels in it that you forgot about. Like, that's how it goes. But you take someone like Mini, who takes that and flips it on its head and goes, we're going to give you all this tech that's really cool and fun and different and lively, and then it just looks the part.
You're right. I don't like when they just do that washing machine. It's like a Tesla Model 3 basically, right? That's it. And they put some cool noises in it, and we're like, that's fun. And that was, the novelty's sort of worn off now. So yeah, I think with that Mini, it's apps. They've just absolutely, because it could have had more grip, and it could have had even more. It's even borderline too much power for the amount of grip that it has.
Definitely, yeah.
But it just, that chassis can handle the power, but there's just a little. But they could have given it more grip, and then it would have been a Golf R, and then it would have been boring. So it's just, they've just nailed it.
We talk about that in the review, and I think I fought you on it in the review because I didn't necessarily agree, and I thought about it more after we gave the car back, and I was like, actually, that's probably right. The car probably having less grip, making it quote unquote less capable, gave the car more character. So it meant the car felt like it had a flaw.
Yeah.
It had something that could be endearing about it. When the cars are clinical, there's nothing to endear us to it. It's just a skateboard with a battery pack and some motors. And there's so many EVs that are like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that maybe that's it. Maybe the cars just need a flaw.
A flaw. Imagine that, saying that in a business meeting.
That's wild.
We just need to make our cars worse, and that will make them better.
Well, the thing about that's what Porsche does with the Cayman. That's what Porsche does with the Macan. The Cayman platform would be a faster car than the 911, and it's been proven by tuners. It's a better chassis, but
the engine's in the correct place for a start.
There's an argument. I think that but they have to engineer a flaw with that car so it doesn't beat their best car. So, and I guess Mini does that too. Mini has never gone out and made with the exception of some very rare special editions, a car that's to be nothing but a track special, to be nothing but like a Type R fighter. That's not what they're out there to do. They're out there for a specific execution, which means to do that niche, there's going to be parts of the car that are not correct for other things. So I think having a flaw, like a good character, needs we need a flaw to enjoy the car.
So the next car that we get, if we crash it, we can take it back and we say, look, we made it better for you.
It's got here's your flaw. let's not jinx ourselves, because God knows.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, look, that's interesting. I think in terms of one feature, I don't think I could give you one that's going to make it fun, because it does depend on the brand. No, it's so hard for these businesses now, though, because they don't have an engine to play with, they don't have sound to play with to give you. The one feature everyone's doing is just making the thing really, really fast. That's what people are doing, aren't they? So
it's like the acceleration wars are almost like the horsepower wars from the 2010s. Remember when everyone was chasing like 400 horsepower, then everyone was chasing 500 horsepower.
Yeah.
Everyone was chasing 200 miles an hour. It just became a numbers game, and I think car manufacturers, ourselves included, and I've been on these product teams, we want to chase the number.
And
we want the best number.
They're even cheating now.
Yeah.
So they have a 1 foot rolling start. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
So that's the way.
Rollout,
yeah. So they have a 1 foot rolling start, and they're like, it's 0.8 seconds to 100 now. And it's like, well, is it from a standstill or is it from a rolling start?
So it's a roll on, yeah. But we can't have a tire won't allow us to have the grip. It's like, okay, sure. Or Ferrari when they put their cars out and their weight numbers are so low, but it's dry.
Yeah.
No fluids.
Yeah. It's just cheating. It's a bit. It's not in the spirit of it, is it? Anyway. But anyway, on to the news. So a couple of bits of news. We haven't had lots of time, obviously, because what we've been doing this week. But the M2 getting xDrive. That's your note. So what do you reckon on that one?
I hate it so much. I'm going to get my box. I'm going to get my high horse. This is what this is for, right? Cardi HD. Here we go. The M2 name, and I think I would speak for a lot of enthusiasts and other journalists when I say this, is designed to be the rowdy little brother to the M3. When it came out, it was a raucous little car, wanted to try to kill you. It had a flaw. It was feisty. It was, and the thing about the 1 Series M.
That's what I thought. That was
the evolution of that small platform.
Yeah, you have the X1, the M1. What was that called? Was it
1 Series M?
Yeah, it was the 1M, and that was a special car, wasn't it? There's one in Brisbane, and I see it. It's in that orangey color, whatever that is. Oh, it's great. But yeah, that is an M2. Yeah. That is the precursor to it, isn't it?
And then we had the F86, 87 M2s. They were amazing, and the CS is still one of my favorite cars I've ever driven. And like I was ready to wrestle someone at BMW when I had to give it back that day, even though that car tried to take me out in the rain. And then
I think we'll both agree that's probably
peak M2 for me.
That's probably best car of the last 15 years for me.
Ooh, last 15 years. What year were you in?
Actually, hang on. Let me go.
2011.
Let me be clear about that. At that price point. Because I mean, you can go crazy because it's going to be like a P1 or something if you want to go mad. But like realistic goal car.
Let's come back to this. This would be a good one. Let me point out the M2. I think that the M2 now is becoming too perfect.
It's the M3 now. It's an M3.
It is. It's the size of an E46. It's actually getting closer to E90 size. But like it's a relatively big car. Shared platform. I know they do it for manufacturing. But I kind of want the car to be a little bit of a bastard child.
I don't want it to be perfect. It's the same conversation about the Cayman, right?
Yeah.
You can make the Cayman a 911, but then the 911 what's the point in the 911? So yeah, I don't mind the M2 being worse. I'm with you. I don't want it to have four-wheel drive. It doesn't need four-wheel drive. It's a BMW. It should have rear-wheel drive. I am still against, I know we disagree on this, the 1 Series having front-wheel drive. But to me, BMW's rear-wheel drive. That's what you're paying for. That's one of the reasons why you do it.
I think having the all-wheel drive is and I see why they do it. The car's so powerful. You need the grip. And I think that's where to get the performance numbers, again, chasing that number game, that it makes sense to go all-wheel drive. But to put it, I don't know. I just hope that they make a version of the M2. Like the CS is still rear-wheel drive, which I think is great, but it's not manual anymore. Which, again, they're dying. But there still needs to be a car in that range of BMW, whether it's an M2 or something smaller beneath it, that's just a little bit unhinged. It went to Oktoberfest, it punched its cousin, and now it's not allowed back in Bavaria. Like, it just got to be a little bit screwed up.
I was about to say that's a great analogy. That's an analogy. The other one I would go is like, it's raining today. I wanted to go home and then it has a little twitch or something like that. So it gives you something to think about. I don't want to just sit there full drive. Otherwise, I'll buy a Subaru Impreza.
It pushes me closer towards the Mustang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not the same thing, but it's big, what the maybe it is. Yeah.
Big rear-wheel drive platform that's grown into a car that's actually got a little bit of refinement. It's not BMW level, but like that a car that wants to kind of bite at you, there's not many left.
Plus, you can say yeehaw when you're driving along too, if you want to.
Anyone can do that. Put on the accent, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's
and you had some interesting notes in here about moving on. Sorry to the RAV.
Yeah, so getting away from the full drive M2, we've had some people arcing up the new RAV4. So I'm not a massive fan of the looks of it. And it's just come out recently and they still catch my eye. And I'm like, oh, what is that? So you probably see them on the road now. But ANCAP, who are the guys that do all the safety testing for people that don't know, for cars in Australia, have warned customers. So they've warned Australian customers. So this car is being sold worldwide. I imagine it has a Euro NCAP safety rating. It's been tested everywhere else. But because Toyota hasn't tested the car in Australia, this company or whatever it is, the Australasian New Car Assessment Program, ANCAP, they're warning customers, both private and fleet, about buying the new 6th generation Toyota RAV4 as it's currently unrated for safety. What they don't put in there is in Australia, because the rest of the world, it is safe.
That's a good point. I just had a quick look to see if there was a Euro NCAP at it, but if there isn't a Euro NCAP, it might even have a North American certification. I'm not sure, but Euro NCAP and ANCAP are slightly interesting. My understanding for ANCAP is it's a government-assisted, evaluation agency, and they make it bloody hard for cars to be sold here. Like some of the protocols that have come out the last few years to make a car 5-star is borderline ridiculous. Like you just need to have this tech or this tech or this tech. And then they're like, well, the cars are so expensive. But then they plaster so much media out there about cars that don't make a new protocol. For what reason?
It's red tape. And look, I've read the article. This is a Drive article if you want to read it yourself. But they're going to do it later this year.
Yeah,
we know it's safe. It's the biggest Toyota. They're one of the biggest manufacturers in the world. It's going to be some box ticking exercise that's not happened yet. It's going to cost a couple of $100,000 to smash the thing up and test it, and then it will get the 5-star rating.
And what people don't realize is that when you do a crash test, you don't just give them one car. You usually give them like 4, 5, 6 cars because each test needs a different car. And they're randomized. And it's not like you get to go as a manufacturer, hey, use this car, this VIN number, It is quite random. It is fair in that regard. But it's an expensive exercise for then a manufacturer and the public sometimes, not always, but sometimes be misled into thinking that this car is safer because it has a different forward collision system than this car, when the performance metrics are actually the same. And now we have, you haven't updated your system. Here's this, and this. And it's like, well, guys, it doesn't make any sense. Like there was a I'm just pulling out of the brain right now. There was a protocol discussion around how a car would handle being in the water. So if you ended up in a pond, it had to operate a certain way so the driver could get out within a certain amount of time, and that was going to contribute to your score at NCAP.
Sure.
Why?
Sure.
I get it.
The thing that with all this stuff, right? It makes me laugh. I can go and ride a motorbike, with no seatbelt on, and I don't get fined for it or get in any trouble for it. But you drive a car that has an NCAP, I have to have a warning from somebody about it. I mean, it's just nonsense.
Let's let people Darwinism goes some ways. Like it sometimes it's okay for natural selection to happen. I just looked up the 2025 RAV4 IAHS safety rating, which I know it's a last generation car. It had good ratings, so there's not a 26 safety rating at the moment. But again, like you said, they're not going to do anything stupid.
It's crazy. Anyway, we could moan about regulations for things for years, but ultimately what it means is that it's going to scare consumers, which I don't like, and it puts other smaller manufacturers off bringing cars to the Australian market because they worry that they've got to give,
and it makes them expensive.
Yeah, it's
every time you add tech to a car, it gets more expensive,
and all of the beeps and bongs that we hate. Because of ANCAP, they have to be there. They have to be set a certain way. It's nanny state.
We want a 5-star in order to sell cars. We've got to have these beeps and bongs.
Get in the bin. Yeah. So I wanted to go on something a bit more fun today. Okay. So Top Gear.
Yeah.
Not the TV show because things happened with that.
I'm not punching my producer; he'll kill me. I know how this goes.
Well, they've had a few dramas. Hey, they've had the punch producer incident, and then also Freddie Flintoff.
Oh yeah,
obviously he had some issues.
A terrible rack.
To put it there as well. So, but anyway, a bit more lighthearted, a bit fun after a big week of filming for us, and something for the listeners as well. Is Top Gear have released the automotive most magical decade? Is what this is the headline. The 50 greatest cars from the noughties, and they've also done one for the 2010s as well.
Because 2010s were it, man. That was. I still have an encyclopedia of spec sheets in my head from reading Road and Track, Motor Trend, Car and Driver, like cover to cover in the late 2000s, 2010s. Like that was heyday for me.
So I'm darkening my screen, and we'll start with the noughties.
All right.
So what do you? I'm going to hide this from you a little bit. Let's just go for the top 10 because 50 is probably a bit. This is 2010s. No, this is noughties.
Yeah.
So 0
so that's like
to
90 to 99.
No, this is 2000 to 2010.
Oh. Back of my hand. Go on.
Yeah. So let's see how many you can get from the top 10.
Top 10?
Yeah.
Let me get you Murcielago.
Ferrari Enzo. Hang on. Let me see if I can find this. The Murcielago is not in the top 10.
Oh, okay. V7 RS4 and E92 M3 are going to be up there.
E46 M3.
That would be. So I'm thinking 2010. Sorry, this is before.
Yeah,
2010.
we'll get to the 2010.
Yeah, okay,
so we're looking
E46
2000
M3.
to 2010. Yeah.
Yeah, E46 M3. I gotta cast my brain back a little bit. GT40 would be in. I don't know if it'll make top 10, but it'll be in there. Viper SRT10.
So, Ford GT.
Yep.
Number 4.
Yep. Yes.
The Viper wasn't in here, but close. That's a big clue. The same engine, which is
the
wild.
SRT10 Ram.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's quite wild.
That's a wild machine.
Yeah. Well, I think that's wild to say that one of the top 50 cars of the noughties. I don't know.
Is the Lightning in there? The SVT Lightning.
No.
Because that's a sweet spot for me.
No, that's not in there either.
So I got the GT, SRT10, Ram, E46.
So you got the Ford GT. There's some big ones. You're gonna
Gallardo. No, Gallardo's 2010s.
Let's go top 3. So think best 3 cars from that 2000 to 2010. See if you can go guess those. What do you think that would be?
Clio's in there, I reckon.
Top 3?
In top 3?
So this is all cars, no budget.
Oh, man.
Think no budget.
No budget. Fuck. Is it drivers' cars or just cars in general?
This is the best cars. So this is
46 is definitely in there. I want to say a 911, but I'm not sure which one because the 996 was a flop.
So think bigger with Porsche.
Carrera GT.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
I'm not going to any clue I give you is going to give it number 1
Is it
away.
Enzo Noughties?
Enzo is not, isn't it? It's on the list.
But it's not top 3.
But it's not top 3.
Are we talking same classic car or like?
It's for the other 2. So let me see if I can give you some tips.
The F1?
No, F1 was 90s. So there was, okay, I'll give you one. I'm not going to say where they're from, but it's a new brand. That's a big clue.
New brand?
It was a new brand at the time.
In the 90s?
No, in the 2000, 2010.
Oh, God. 2000, new brand.
Should I give him away?
No. Give it 2 seconds. Because what is it?
I'll give you a clue.
Veyron
is number 1.
Veyron's number 1.
I was just going to give you a clue.
Just inside.
So that was about 2007. The Veyron. Yeah.
I'm trying to think back because there was I have this image in my head of a cover from Road and Track that I had next to my bed for months because it was the 200-mile-an-hour club. And it was the Enzo, it was the Veyron, the Carrera GT. There was a, oh my God, I can see it in my head, but I can't remember what it was called. The Spiker.
Oh, yeah.
Dutch
crazy thing.
Yeah. And there was SRT10 Viper was on that list as well. The Corvette was in there because Corvette was getting close. The ZR1 was getting close.
So we've got one more from the top 3. It's
hit me.
It's European.
Oh, European.
You're gonna
200 mile an hour club or not?
Yeah.
200 mile an hour club.
You're gonna
LFA.
No.
Oh, that's not European. That's Japanese.
And that was 2011, I think. I'll give it to you.
I don't know.
All right, I'll give you a clue which will make you get it. They're Italian. New car brand, early 2000s.
Lamborghini. No. Who?
You're gonna
Who?
Pagani.
Oh, the Zonda.
So the
Zonda, yeah.
Yeah, so that's number 3. Number 2 was the Carrera GT, and then Bugatti Veyron was number 1. So a lot of what you said were in there. So the E46 M3 is number 7. Ferrari 599. I think that's a bold
599.
call. I think that's bold.
That's a gorgeous car.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the 612. I didn't like the 599.
See, I like the 599. Is the 599 the shark face or the squinty eye?
It just looks like that.
Oh, never mind. It's the one before that I prefer. The
Maranello thing. 575. Is that what it is? The one that was in Bad Boys. That one.
Yes, that one. That one with the shark face.
Or 550. Is that 550?
550.
Yeah, I think it's 550. Yeah, you got GTR, Audi R8, Honda S2000.
I love the
Murcielago is number 12. So yeah, you were close. CLK Black. I'm not going to go through the whole list. GT3 RS, number 42.
4-liter RS as well.
A few weird ones though.
4-liter RS would be the 2010s.
That was the 997. Yeah. The Aston Martin 177. I think that's. But this is where it gets a bit silly because you've got the Aston Martin 177, which I think, sure, it's fine. It's not really in the same league as that GT3 RS.
Great though. So.
Yeah, but I don't know.
So that was the Noughties.
But then you've got the Enzo at number 18. That for me has got to be top 5 at least.
I reckon MC12 would be better.
Maserati MC12, yeah. I remember those. Yeah, Audi RS, E90. There's all sorts in there.
That was the peak of the 200 mile an hour club and the horsepower wars.
Yeah. So same again. You've got 3 guesses for the top 3 cars
in the 2010s.
So we're at 2010 to 2020.
Are all 3 cars in the same class? Like hypercar territory? Oh.
No. One you've already mentioned today.
01 Corvette.
Nope.
No. I feel like Gallardo, but I don't know if that's right for top 3.
No, I think it was. When did Huracan come out? It's not one of those, but
B7 RS4 was Noughties. 4-liter GTRS.
No,
it's got to be in the top.
Nope.
Not even the top 5.
No. So the first Porsche to appear is position 6. So this is the greatest cars of the noughties, and it was a 918 Spider, which was, I'm not sure on this list. This is losing credibility with me.
There's not even a GT RS anywhere in the top.
GT3 RS, the 4-liter, is number 9. So
in the 2010s.
Yeah,
let's swap those, but okay.
Cayman GT4 is 12th. So there are 3 Porsches in the top 15, but none correct. Inside the top 5, correct. Which is wild.
Top 3 2010s. Oh, God.
So the Holy Trinity.
So that would be...
so this isn't the top 3. This is position 4, position 5, position 6 is LaFerrari number 4.
Yeah.
P1 number 5 and 918 is number 6. Wild.
The hypercar.
So you've got to think of 3 cars that were better than that. This is what Top Gears are saying.
And that was like peak Top Gear as well at the time. So.
But and a clue is one of the. You've already mentioned one of them.
I can't remember what I mentioned. SRT Viper comes to mind, but I don't think that's right. That's the wrong time. Gallardo Murcielago. Better than a LaFerrari. I guess that's not hard. A P1 and the 918. This LFA.
LFA, yeah, was number 2. Really, really good. Yeah,
great car.
Yeah, I mean,
great car, gorgeous
V10, and I agree with that. I think that should be in the top 3. The other one is a bit rash, and I don't think you'll get. So I'll give you number 3 because it's wild. Golf GTI Mark 7. Best car of the 2010s, I don't think.
You know what? I will pay it.
Do you know what? Okay, so when I looked at this is Mark 7. So this was my thought, because the Mark 7 was a great car when it came out.
Yeah.
The one that stood out to me, and you kind of have to say the GTIs, oh, it's the traditional one, and it's the one that does everything, blah, blah, blah. For me, the Golf R, that was the best Golf R, was that Mark 7. When that came out in 2014, they were everywhere in England. Absolutely everywhere. And they're way better than the GTI.
2010 to 2020.
2020, yeah, and it was 2012, 2013, I think it was when the Mark 7 came out.
Yeah, I think the GTI is a legendary car, and every time you think hot hatch, you have to think GTI.
Yeah, but better than a LaFerrari, a P1, and a 918. Better than an Alpine 8.
The number one M2.
No, you haven't mentioned this car. You haven't even mentioned a car from this brand. That's a big clip.
V12 Vantage. A V12 Vantage would be in that era. I'm trying to think of cars that were amazing in that time. And there's so many good cars in that era.
They are. Those 20 years, it's tough. Like, it's real tough.
I didn't have a poster on my wall. I had like a small library on my wall of just pages from Road and Track.
I'll
give it to me.
I'll break you out of your misery, but it's a 458. Which I think is unfair.
No, flip the table.
But
no. I've driven one. No,
it's a Speciale. This 458 Speciale.
Well,
so, yeah.
I've driven a Speciale, and I thought it was brilliant. Don't get me wrong; it was the first Ferrari I've ever driven, actually, and it was heck of a way to break in. But
yeah.
It's an amazing car, but I wouldn't put it above a GT4 or GT3.
No, I think this list is a bit wild, to be honest. But
Ferrari, Top Gear just wants more time at Ferrari. It sounds like
that's yeah. Yeah,
we're never getting a Ferrari now.
We're way off that. But there's a few honourable mentions in there. The i8, great car.
Yeah,
that was inside the top 10. Quadrifoglio, Alfa Romeo, Cayman GT4, which is one of my favourite cars.
Is it Giulia Quadrifoglio?
Julia, yeah. The Fiesta ST, but the one before yours.
Oh,
GT86. How many? You're going through this list. It's just good car, and then you think now for 2020s, well, by comparison,
thank God for a used market.
Yeah, exactly right. So I don't think you can lose with a lot of these cars. That's a really good point.
It's
Hurricane,
great time.
488, nothing. The 458 is way better to me. And M1 we spoke about earlier. The Chiron was number 20.
That's when cars just get too fast.
Yeah, Tesla Model S, I'll give you that. That was very innovative for its time.
For its time. Model S, for its time, very innovative. It had a hold on. It had captivated people for a long time.
This is again where this list goes a bit wrong. Number 23, Lamborghini Aventador. 22, Tesla Model S. So what you're telling me is a Tesla Model S is a better car than a Lamborghini Aventador.
Does the small print say like historical or anything?
I don't know. There's no small print. Rolls-Royce Phantom, but that to me could have been the last decade. They've been making that thing since the beginning of time.
It truly is a Phantom at this point.
Your Corvette, the C7 is in there.
C701.
The i3, the Land Rover 322, Civic Type R, the Megane I saw in here earlier as well.
RS.
Megane RS, second gen, M2, but 35 on the list. F-Type Jag, that was a great car. That was a good car. But anyway, I thought that was a bit of fun.
That really tested my my history.
Yeah, it's tough, but I mean, I do question a few of these, but I'm glad they did it because that was
some poor intern's losing his mind about it.
Yeah, he's probably going to think, what do these idiots know? And that's totally fair enough. So yeah, I think that's kind of all we had for news, and that was kind of the game really for us as well. So, I mean, we can talk about what we'll do next. Is perhaps we'll talk about what's happening on the channel and what's happening over the next few weeks. I know we've touched on that, and then we'll have a sign off, and we'll tell you what's happening next.
By the time this comes out, this should be coming out on the 21st, I think. So we'll have one of the new reviews out. We were filming in Melbourne, and we've got a couple more coming through. So we've got the new Mini we talked about, Ioniq 9 we talked about, the X2 M35i, which was a mystery BMW, and the i30N sedan, which I know has been around, but it's been updated, and we got a chance to drive it, and it was a great excuse to go make some really loud noises in a tunnel. So why not?
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! It's good.
Who knew that i30N could be great? So those are cars coming through. We've got the Elixir, the Elixir. It's the Hyundai EV, small EV, on the channel shortly. The CRV Honda, you'll have that up in Brisbane. Another BMW that we can't talk about yet, we'll be having on the channel soon.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Forgot about that. We got to rock paper scissors for that flight, and then we'll be back to a bit more full time work in August with more cars coming through then. So we've got some booking to do. You've got some trips booked out. We're working on some other things with some tracks, and fingers crossed by the end of the year we'll have a nice constant stream of fun content for everybody.
Yeah, so we're currently doing a sort of a podcast one week and a video the next week. So that's sort of how we're building out the content at the moment. And then we really want to get to one video a week.
Yeah.
So, and look, in terms of new cars, if there's anything that you listeners want to see or hear about, or, you know, and there's specific features or wants from that car that you want to hear about, let us know, because we'll do that for you. You know, we'll roll around in the back to see how many people can fit in there, or
make random phone calls from the back seat.
Whatever we need to do, we'll do it. And yeah, look, in the next 6 months or so, it'll be really great if we can get some actual fixing of cars. That would be good too. My i30, which is an old i30, by the way, it's not a new one. It's very old and usually very broken. So I'm sure.
How old is it? Old.
It's very old and usually very broken. So I'm sure I'll have to fix something with that at some point. So maybe we'll do some filming.
The Fiestas do a meltdown. It's British, you know how that goes.
Yeah. So that will be great. And then just video a week. And
working up to it. We've got plenty of stuff in the pipe, and so the more you share this around, guys, engage with us, the more we can go the brains and be like, hey, give us some cool stuff to show our people. And they will if you tell us what you want. So feel free to reach out.
That's it.
And I think we'll be back with you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks
time.
For
the podcast.
2 weeks time.
Otherwise, look out for the shorts and the videos on YouTube. And if you think that we're ridiculous now, just wait, because it gets worse. Or it gets better, I guess you could say.
Better/worse, depending on your perspective.
Yeah. We've been having a lot of fun with the little opening bits. So if they're working for people, please let us know, because my comedy writing can only get worse.
Or if they're not working for it, please tell us as well, because that's embarrassing, which is just as fun. So
why not? Well, if that's it, I think we're good for you guys. And hope you guys have wonderful 2 weeks. And we'll see you on the side. Keep it sunny side up or shiny side up, if you don't mind.
Either one. Not rainy side up. If you're in Melbourne.
Yeah, if in Melbourne.
Yeah. Peace.